the sound of the chips and the lies that they spoke. The air's thick as gravel on a backcountry road. Every single shadow's got a heavy kind of load. Walk through the curtain and the door closed behind. Got a secret to bury and a fool to go find. Oh, the Backroom Blues is a low-down kind of song. Makes a short night feel like a whole life long. It's the fear on your knuckles, it's the cold on your skin, it's the feeling you get when you can't ever win. Saw a man with no color left in his face. Another one was shaking in his hard-won place. They talk about tomorrow and the money they'll keep, while they're throwing their souls at a gamble so steep. Got $1 in my pocket and a thirst for the pain. About to bet it all on the last falling rain. The dealer's got a smile that don't reach his cold eyes. He's holding all the answers and he's holding all the lies. I can feel a quiet fire, a terrible kind of heat, like a ghost in the shadows from my head to my feet. Gonna lay down my cards, win or lose you'll see, 'cause there ain't no getting out once you're inside with me. Oh, the Backroom Blues is a low-down kind of song. Makes a short night feel like a whole life long. It's the fear on your knuckles, it's the cold on your skin, it's the feeling you get when you can't ever win. Yeah, the gamble's a sickness that runs in the blood. It'll wash you down the river, it'll drown you in the mud. But a man's gotta try when he's got nothing left. Gotta risk every last thing until he's finally bereft. Backroom Blues, the Backroom Blues, Backroom Blues, He ain't got no chips and he ain't got no pile, just a shine on his jacket and a terrible kind of smile. He slides out the aces with a hand soft as sin, and I've never seen eyes so empty deep within. He don't make a sound when he turns over the cards, just a slow knowing stare that'll leave your soul scarred. Oh, the dealer's grin, it's a cold and crooked lie, like the devil himself just came to call for the night. He's not playing for money, he ain't playing for time. He's playing with a sinner and a terrible turning black. I look for the door, but there ain't no coming back. The other men all faded, like they were made of dust. Just the dealer and me, and a whole lot of what's unjust. Oh, the dealers grin. It's a cold and crooked lie, like the devil himself just came to call for the night. He's not playing for money, he ain't playing for time. He's playing with a sinner and a terrible kind of crime. Just kept on grinning. The devil's ace, my soul is on the line. In the corner where the light couldn't go, just a faded old shadow, moving awful slow. It didn't make a sound, not a whisper, not a call. Just watched every dollar that the table laid off. He had eyes like a losing hand, hollow and cold, with a story inside him that would never get told. The debt you haven't met. He watched a fool double down, his hands shaking thin. I swore I saw the ghost just let out a quiet grin. He pointed at an empty chair, sat down in the smoke, pulled an invisible card from the jacket that was broke. He just watched the money change hands with a terrible kind of grace, and a single salty tear dripped from his pale, haunted face. the scent of a long dead rose. He finally looked at me, and the look he gave was grim. It was my own damn eyes staring right back from him. He just nodded his head once, and he turned to walk away. Just a grim kind of promise of a terrible day. He's the gambler's ghost, a silent, grim-faced friend. Just a reminder of how the road's gonna end. A warning that you came for every single bed, and you're still gonna pay for the debt you haven't met. Yeah, the silence is a scream when you're caught in the night, and the ghost is a fire that's burning too bright. That gambler's ghost, just a warning of the road, still waiting for the dead. My knuckles were steady, my gaze was all glass. Had a trick up my sleeve, and a prayer would pass. My mind was a river, and my hands were a flood. Hit a king in my jacket, and it felt just like blood. He laid down a jack, and he waited for my play. Didn't see the card I hit, didn't see it all the way. The table went silent, and the fire went dim. I waited for the fire to come pouring from him, but he leaned back and smiled with a laugh like a stone. Said, that's a pretty card trick, son, and a soul pretty warm. I didn't lose nothing, he said with a grin. You just proved what kind of sinner you really are within. My heart turned to stone as his eyes looked right through. Saw the years on the highway and the wrong things I do. He said, I've watched all your gambles, watched them fall and rise, watched you cheat your own blood and a whole lot of lies. He said, you got the nerve, boy, to steal from a god. You're the kind of bad habit I can only applaud. He swept all the chips and he pushed them aside. Then he pulled out a bottle with a laugh he couldn't hide. He said, that win ain't for money, son, 'cause you just won the world. This here is your real pride and your ultimate curve. He handed me the bottle, all black and all old. Said, now you live forever and you never grow cold. The table went silent and the fire went dim. I waited for the fire to come pouring from him, but he leaned back and smiled with a laugh like a stone. Said, that's a pretty card trick, son, and a soul pretty warm. I didn't lose nothing, he said with a grin. You just proved what kind of sinner you really are within. Now the bottle feels heavy in my sweating out hand. I'm a winner who's lost on a damned land, a life without end on a road made of stone. Just a damn fool who gambled to be finally alone. He's still laughing, that terrible grin. He just kept on laughing, a prize for the man who was born to lose. Went silent and the air went thin. I felt a quiet kind of trouble starting deep within. I saw a little twitch in a knuckle bone. and a flicker in the darkness of the hand he had shown. He dealt himself a winning card, slow and under the light. Said, looks like you just lost the game, I guess it ain't your night. And the cold iron hit the table with a sound like a toll. Said, this is for the devil, and this is for your soul. This is for the money and the promises you made. A heavy kind of silence and a terrible kind of gray. I didn't make a sound, just a heavy kind of anger from the ground up to the crown. He smiled back at me, said, son, you ain't a friend, and the way you're looking at me, this ain't gonna end. I didn't need a witness, and I didn't need to shout, 'cause a heavy kind of feeling left me with no doubt. Like you had a friend in that hand for you. He said, you got no proof, boy, so you better stand down. This ain't my first poker game in a godless town. But a man knows a liar when the sweat starts to bleed, and his eyes are full of promises and a terrible kind of greed. Table with a sound like a toll. Said, this is for the devil, and this is for your soul. This is for the money and the promises you made. A heavy kind of silence and a terrible kind of gray. The cold eye, yeah, a terrible kind of gray. The cold iron. Just a boy, knew it was for money, but I saw it was for joy. Not a joy of winning, but the joy of the sound of the card on the table, the best there could be found. Knew that I was losing, knew I'd lose and laugh at their luck. Saw them leave with nothing but a tired kind of truck. Saw them come back the next day with the same fire in their eyes. Knew they were all dreaming and believing their own lies. 'Cause a win is just a whisper, and a loss is a scream, and the silence in between is the broken kind of dream. Pockets are too. Got nothing but the silence and the cold kind of blues. I ain't got no money and I ain't got no home. Just a heavy kind of feeling when I'm walking all alone. But a man who expects nothing can never be beat. There's a strange kind of freedom in the final kind of defeat. 'Cause I was born to lose, yeah, and the cards all know my name. Born to be a gambler in a cold and broken game. Born to lose, and the dice will tell the truth that the end of the line will be the end of my youth. It's just a way of living on a long and lonely night. Born to lose, yeah. Born to lose, yeah. The end of the line. It's the end of my youth.